Hey Com 231, Mrs. Williams. I'll talk to you about your persuasive speech. This speech does not require visual aids. This speech has optional visual aids, so you're welcome to use them if you like. What is required are 3 sources. So you're going to need 3 credible sources. And these sources can be from credible websites, it could be an interview with an expert, it can be a pamphlet, or any combination. I need you guys to be sure that you verbally acknowledge your sources and their credibility in your speech. So you can't just say, my research shows, or experts say. You need to actually cite verbally in the speech that there was a Harvard study conducted by the American Pediatric Association. You have to say that, and that increases your credibility. It is very important that you do that. I'll be looking at the rubric and I'll be checking that you have your 3 sources, verbally acknowledging them. And also, this is a 4 to 6 minute speech, so be sure that you stay within the time, and you can stay within the time by practicing. If you practice, you will stay within that 4 to 6 minutes. Remember, it takes a long time for these speeches to upload to YouTube, so don't wait till the last minute. And we're talking hours, not minutes. So depending on your Wi-Fi situation, so you can use Wi-Fi at ACC parking lot. I mean, you're welcome, of course, to go in the college, but in light of the pandemic, the college extended their Wi-Fi out into the front parking lot. So you can, really for any class that you need Wi-Fi, you can use ACC's Wi-Fi in their front parking lot. You can have note cards. Okay, I didn't write complete sentences. Just make sure you don't leave anything out, that you stay on track. And if you have complete sentences, especially for this persuasive speech, it will just sound like you're reading an essay. I really want this to be conversational. It is just nothing more boring than someone reading an essay. And if you don't have the conversational flow, it sounds robotic, and that's not the goal of public speaking. So, the refutation. You want to be sure that you include refutation, and I spoke about this in the PowerPoint with my voiceover at the beginning of the course. And the refutation is where you acknowledge the opposing side, because you have to pick a side, right? You can't present 2 sides and let the audience choose. You have to persuade, and you can flat out say in the beginning of your speech, today I am going to try to persuade you, and then tell us what you're going to persuade us. I'm going to try to persuade you to adopt, not shop, for pets. So you set us up for that. Now the refutation is, you will very politely and acknowledge the opposing side. So it's like a mind game with the audience. What would be a reason someone would not want to adopt? Oh, I want a puppy, I don't want a full-grown dog. And so you would acknowledge respectfully, I realize that some of you would prefer a puppy, and then you state why your argument is still stronger. But they have puppies at the shelter. Or they say, I don't want to adopt because the dog may have issues and you don't know what you're getting. And then you can say, I realize that some people are afraid. This is me refuting. I realize some of you are afraid to adopt because you think the dog could have some kind of mental issues or something that they're not telling you. And then you say, but the shelter screens the dogs, and if they are not ready to go out into someone's home, they go to a foster home until they're rehabilitated enough that they can be adopted out. So you're not going to get a dog that hasn't been trained and rehabilitated and ready to go to his forever home. So you do want to be sure that you refute the opposing side, because if you don't, you're not going to win that argument. And you're not going to try to win every argument in life anyway, and that's fine. If the audience believes that you believe it, you've succeeded. Okay? So don't worry about not being able to get everybody on your side, because that's just not how life works. And remember, you're having a conversation with an imaginary audience and me, and I think that is everything. Yes, we did everything. If you have any questions, or if you need me at all, remember, I'm a text away, an email away, or you can hop on the Zoom link, which is in Moodle at the beginning of our course overview. Okay, thanks guys.